Hey, today we're going to talk about boosting your energy. Do you feel like you ever need an energy boost? I'm sure if you're anything like me, the answer is yes. There are times where we all need a good boost of energy, especially if you're a leader, especially if you're working with people, especially these last couple years leading, right? So Ryan Frank coming to you from my office at Kids Matter HQ. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see everybody's smiling faces. I was a few minutes late on Zoom, 2 minutes late. I apologize about that. Somehow I got logged out of Zoom and I have some kind of a weird password for my Zoom and I couldn't find it. Anyway, long story short, we're here at 1:02, 2 minutes behind. Thank you for your patience. Thanks for waiting on me. Doris is here. Hi, Doris Trimble. Good to see you. I hope that you and Wendell are doing well. Kathy Wagner is here. Two Kathys. Hi, both of you Kathys. Julie, Wendy. Good to see everybody. We've got about 35 of you online with me right now and several more jumping on. Thank you for being here. I'm excited about today's topic because if there's anything as practical as needing more energy, I don't know if there's anything more practical than needing a boost in your energy, right? And something that I think is going to help us all, whether you are feeling, yes, that would be great, Elise, thank you. That whether you are feeling like I've got a ton of energy right now, or whether you are feeling tired, I think you're going to find help from this coaching call today. That's my hope. It's good to be with you. Good to see you. The only thing that would be better if we were in person in the same room and we could see each other's faces. You can see me. I can see your names. I can't see your face. Boy, I wish we were in the same room together. But you know what? We will be one of these days, won't we? We'll be together in eternity for sure. And I hope that unless the Lord comes back between now and then, that I get to see you at MegaCon this fall. All right, I think we're going to jump in. Good to see a great turnout today. Thank you for being here. Let me open up my notes. Okay, if you have any questions or anything like that, you can use the chat button. Let me chat so y'all see that. Hey, everybody, Elise has volunteered to put our notes in. Thank you so much, Elise. Here's what I know. Being a leader can be very, very exhausting, right? And if you don't know how to manage your energy, you will find yourself exhausted. You will find yourself experiencing fatigue. You could find yourself being burnt out. Like, I just am burnt out. Now, I teach a lot about time management. And as I look through as I'm scrolling through the list of all of you, 40 some of you that are with me online, good number of you here. Here's what I know. You've heard me teach time management before. I spend a lot of time talking about how to manage your time. We're going to talk a little bit about that even today. But while I talk a lot about time management, I was thinking about this earlier today. I don't talk a whole lot about energy management, right? And if there is something that's more important than time management, it's your energy management. Because here's the thing, someone with energy can do more in 4 hours than someone that doesn't have, without energy, and that's exhausted and fatigue, can do in 40 hours, right? So there's something more important than just your time, and it's your energy. So I've got today, let me look at my notes, 7 points I want to share with you. If we get through them all, 7 points on how to boost your energy. And I hope that this helps you. Here's number 1. Get a good night's sleep. A good night's sleep. I want you to rethink your day. If I asked you, when does your day start? When does your day start? I bet a majority of you would say, well, it starts when I wake up, or it starts at 6 a.m. Some of you your knee jerk might be, well, it starts when I get to work. And I want you to think about this different. I want you to think about your day starting the night before. You know, in the Old Testament, in Jewish tradition, a day started the night before. That's why in Genesis 1, we read that there was evening and morning, and this was the first day. It doesn't say there was morning and evening, and this was the first day. Genesis 1 says there was evening and morning, and that was the first day. Your day starts in the evening. Here's my point. You need to get a good night's sleep. Now, this is a secret that I learned several years ago from a book that I read by Wayne Cordelia. I probably butchered his last name, doesn't matter. And the name of the book is Leading on E, Leading on E, or Leading on Empty. And he talked about this. He introduced me to this concept of sleeping in on the front side of the clock. Now, if you're like me and you've got kids at home, especially those of you that you have little kids at home, I mean, I think right now is the first time in the last 17 years that Beth and I have been able to sleep in on a Saturday if we want to sleep in, because our girls are finally old enough that they'll let us sleep in. So if you've got kids, you know those ages where they don't let you sleep in. Well, if you can't sleep in, maybe you've got to get up at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning to get to work or get your kids ready for school. You can sleep in on the front side of the clock. So let's make it real practical, okay? You go to bed at 11, you wake up at 6. That's 7 hours of sleep. How many of you can figure that out without any help? Let me know in the chat. Or if you can figure that out with no help, 11, okay, good. Now, you might think, boy, I would love to get 8 hours of sleep, Brian, but I can't sleep in past 6 because I got to go to work. You can sleep in on the front side of the clock if you go to bed an hour earlier. If you go to bed at 10, you've got 8 hours of sleep. What about if you go to bed at 9:30? 9:30 and you wake up at 6, you've gotten 8.5 hours of sleep. I love sleeping in on the front side of the clock. In fact, I feel better in the morning if I sleep in on the front side of the clock than if I sleep in on the back side of the clock. In other words, if I sleep in till 8 a.m., I don't necessarily feel all that great that morning. But if I go to bed an hour or two earlier, and I wake up feeling good. Do any of you relate to this? You've got to get a good night's sleep, and you've got to change your mindset from my day begins in the morning to my day begins in the evening. Resist the temptation. Hi, Gloria. Resist the temptation to stay up late and work because you're so busy. I deal with that temptation from time to time. And if you've got kids at home, about the only time in the evening you can actually get something done is when they go to bed and it's quiet, right? And so you get the kids finally to bed and settled. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, maybe I can do a little bit of work. The challenge is if you stay up till midnight cranking out work, and then you've got to get up at 5, 6, 7 in the morning, you're not going to be as productive the next day. So if you actually force yourself to go to bed early, even though it may seem like, oh, I need to get this work done, you'll be more productive the next day. You're much better off, and I'm much better off to get a good night's sleep and then stay refreshed. Get a good night's sleep and stay refreshed. That's number one. Get a good night's sleep if you want to boost your energy. Here's number two. Start your day with worship. Start your day with worship. Now, you don't have to go full on worship, okay? But I'm telling you what, there's a reason why David said over and over again that he started his day, his mornings, in the presence of the Lord, because it makes a difference. Psalm 143. I'm just going to read you a little of Psalm 143. off my notes. It says, let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love. Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love. For I put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go. For to you I lift up my soul. Rescue me from my enemies, O Lord, for I hide myself in you. Teach me to do your will. You're my God. May your good spirit lead me on level ground. And it all started in the morning. Boy, if we could just get into the habit, friends, of starting our morning, even if it's just before I get out of bed, I take a couple of minutes and I focus my attention on the Lord. I pray. I think on the Lord. That's a game changer. Now, you don't have to do it in the morning. There's nothing in the Bible that says you must start your morning in worship, right? But I'm telling you what, for a majority of you that have walked with the Lord for any amount of time can say your days are better when you start with a few minutes of some time with your Creator and with your Savior. Whether that looks like prayer, whether it looks like playing some worship music, whether it's getting into the Word, whether it is just meditating and reflecting and just being in silence before the Lord, spend some time with the Lord. It'll boost your energy. I promise you, it'll boost your energy. If it doesn't, I'll give you your money back. Okay. Number 3, don't procrastinate. Here's number 3. Don't procrastinate. We can all be guilty of procrastinating. But one thing I've learned is this, that procrastination will steal your energy. And as a result of it stealing your energy, it'll steal your joy. Then when you don't have any energy, you're not, I promise you're not going to have joy. Don't procrastinate. Just get things done. Now, everybody has to have different systems, okay? But I live by my daily productivity playbook, and I fill one out every day. Here's mine today. It says right there, Friday. Now, here's the thing. Okay, look at this. I have already, so when I sat down this morning, I wrote down my priorities. I wrote down 3 names of people that I need to connect with today. And then I put at the bottom, if I get this stuff done, some other stuff I can do to move some projects forward. I don't just put fun stuff up here on the priorities list. I put some stuff that I don't necessarily want to do, but I know if I get it done today, I'm going to feel good. Now, I've got to tell you, this doesn't always happen. I don't always scratch off all the things on my priorities, but it is 1:15 p.m. Eastern time. And the 4 things that I wrote at the top of my list for priorities for the day, 1 of 4, which I could have put off and I would have been tempted to put off, but I knew if I put it off, it would be hanging over me all weekend. I did that first. That's called Eat the Frog First, right? How many of you have read my book or you have it, Eat the Frog First? If you don't, you need to go over to Kids Matter, put a Z in there. You know that, you're part of Kids Matter Pro, and go to the store and buy Eat the Frog First. Mark Twain said, if you eat a live frog first thing every day, nothing worse can happen to you the rest of the day, right? Think about it. Man, if I ate a live frog this morning, everything's got to look up. Well, my frog was the first thing on my list. It was the frog that I could have procrastinated on and put off the next week, but it would have been hanging on me. And I knew that I would go into this weekend feeling a lot better if I took 30 minutes and I just got that done. So before I did my other things on here, which are more enjoyable, I did that one first. I ate the frog first. Do your most difficult task first thing every day. By the way, most people think the best. You are at your best the first few hours of every day. And so that's why you need to do the most difficult tasks first. Don't put it off till the afternoon. What's going to happen if you put off the most difficult, undesirable task till 4 in the afternoon? you're not going to do it, right? You're tired. Your brain's tired. You do it first, and then you reward yourself by doing those difficult things or those easier things later. Okay, that's eating the frog first. That is living by your priorities. Now, y'all have listened to me teach enough. You've heard me talk about my daily productivity playbook. This is also a download at kidsmatter.com, and it's reproducible. I have right here in my desk drawer. I print off now the productivity playbook. It's like 12 pages. That'll help you, but there's only one page of that I use. I put the rest of it in there to help you guys. There's only one page of it that I use, and it's the page where it's the sheet that you do every day. And I keep a stack of them at my home office. I keep a stack of them here at Kids Matter because they make a difference for me. It keeps my energy up because I actually get done what I set out to get done. And that'll help you keep your energy up. Let's keep moving. Number 4, Elise, thank you for putting these into the chat for me. 4, hang out with the right people. Hang out with the right people. This will be a game changer for you and help you boost your energy. I'm telling you what, there are people, I just talked to a group of kids pastors about this yesterday. There are people that are lifters, okay, and people that are downers. And you know who they are. You know exactly who I'm talking about. People that you're in the room with them and they lift you up. Now that's what I want to be. And I'm not always like that. I get in a bad mood just like anybody else. But I want to be a lifter. If you're in the room with me, I want to bless you, right? And I want to make you feel good. And I want to speak into your future. And just I want you to leave after having an interaction with me encouraged and inspired. I don't want to be a downer, right? Downers are people that are heavy and negative, and they don't speak words of faith. They doubt, and they're half glass empty kind of people. I love those kind of people, and I'll be friendly with them. But I don't hang around people like that. Life's too short. And you know what? God has a destiny for me. And I'm not going to let people like that get in the way of my destiny and bring me down. And I don't want that for you. So you got to make sure that you are hanging around the right people. It makes now sometimes I understand there are maybe your coworker is a downer, your boss is a downer. To a degree, you can't always control this. But where you can control it, spend time with lifters and be a lifter for someone else. Booker T. Washington, I have this quote in my notes, says, associate yourself with people of good quality, for it's better to be alone than in bad company. I mean, that's good. It's better to be alone than with bad company. Be around lifters and be a lifter. Be a lifter. Think about that. Every time you come in contact with somebody, every time you pass somebody in the hallway, every interaction you have with somebody on the phone, in an email, in a text message, at church, in the grocery store, when you're checking out at the bank or at the gas station, every opportunity you have, you can make somebody's day better or worse. And so have a smile, say an encouraging word. You know, this morning, oh my word, I went to Walmart. I thought I'm going to go in there early because I'm going to beat the crowd. And I did not beat the crowd. There were people there. And I don't know, I try to avoid Walmart whenever possible. I have friends that work for Walmart, so I appreciate Walmart and I support them, but I try to avoid it. Okay, don't judge me. I just try to avoid it. And I don't know. I've been in our Walmart in a couple months. Apparently, I decided today that I think they now have about 8 cash registers or 8 places where you can actually check out, and about 82 self-checkouts. So I got, because I tried one of the lanes where there's actually somebody to check you out and they were all backed up. I thought, well, I'm gonna have to self-check. So I self-checked, and immediately I did something wrong, or something happened where it needed to call for an associate. And I could have been in a bad mood, right? I could have got grouchy. I waited and waited and waited, and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And finally, this girl came up, and I could tell she was stressed out. I was stressed out. She was stressed out. I wasn't really stressed out. I was just tired of waiting. I had places to go, right? And I could have been like, oh man, this is annoying. I could have been a downer. Like, man, the last time I was in here, they've put in all these self-checkouts, right? Or I could have been like, oh, I'm glad you made it. I've been waiting. I could have been rude. But you know what? I made a mental choice, and it probably helped that I was preparing I had today's coaching call on my radar. But she walked up, and her name tag said Rachel. And I said, thank you, Rachel, for your help. I said, by the way, that is such a beautiful name. I said, I have a sister-in-law named Rachel. And I said, one of my favorite characters in the Bible is named Rachel. And I went on and I said, you know what? God did great things through Rachel's life. And I don't know what kind of day you're having today, but you know what? I believe God has great things in store for you. And she just lit up ear to ear. And she looked a little dumbfounded, I think. She's like, well, thank you. Now, I wish I could tell you I always interact with people at Walmart like that, but I'm not going to lie to you, right? But this morning, I got it right. So, and I was a lifter to her, okay, when I could have been a downer. Be a lifter. Be a lifter. And surround yourself with lifters. It'll help you. It'll help you in a great way with your energy. Okay, let's keep it moving. Number 5, get up and move. Get up like this. Okay, get up and move. I'm not going to stay up, or you're not going to see my head. Get up and move. Exercise will help, especially if you have a desk job or if you sit a lot. Sometimes, hey, if you're going to be on the phone, take a walk while you're on the phone, right? And one thing I love about summers here in Indiana, not winters, but summers, and some of you have been to Kids Matter HQ, is we can walk out the office, and I can turn right here in this little residential area. Our office sits in a residential area with a beautiful lake. And so if I know I'm going to have a decent call or a phone call, I'll put in my earbuds. I'm going to go take a walk, and while I'm on the phone, and that boosts my energy. It boosts my energy. We sit way too much. So just get up and move. Some of you, like Angie in our office, she just got one of those standing desks that you put on your desk and she can lift it up. And even something like that'll help. So take turns standing, sitting, standing, sitting. Walk around a little bit. Here's number 6. Turn off your screens. These things right here, these screens of ours. Turn them off. Now, as much as technology helps us be productive, and I love technology, sometimes that tech can add to the stress. And so don't be afraid to turn off the technology. And just put your phone down. You don't always have to have your phone on your possession. If there is a true emergency, I promise somebody will find you, okay? Sometimes turn the computer off, put the phone on the charger in the other room, and just forget about those screens for a little bit. Let's go to number 7. And this is my last one. Look in my hand. This is an object lesson. Drink plenty of what? Water. Drink plenty of water. Did you know that your body, you probably remember this from junior high, your middle school, your body is 60% water. And if you aren't drinking enough water, your body will start to dehydrate, and you'll lose energy. You won't have enough. You'll feel like you're losing steam. You need to be drinking water. And one of the best things Beth got me doing a couple of years ago is drinking water. Now we own a drive-through convenience store with a gourmet soda shop that serves amazing fountain drinks. But Beth and I have both gotten really good that, I mean, every once in a while I'll get one. I pretty much drink a couple cups of coffee in the morning, and then water. And I start my day with water. This is what Beth really got me on, and it's been huge. I drink a majority of my water in the first hour of every day. Now, that means the second hour of the day, I'm going to the bathroom 10 times. But it's a huge, I feel it when I don't drink that water in the morning. So the rule of thumb for Beth and I is, she read this somewhere, and I don't know, maybe you've read something different, but this is what we do. Take half of your body weight and say that's ounces, not pounds. That's what you need to be drinking every day. So if you weigh, just for simple math, if you're a skinny little thing and you weigh 100 pounds, you need to be drinking 50 ounces of water every day. So take half of your body weight in ounces. That's what you need to be drinking in water. I try to drink a good majority of my water. And I find for me, it's easier to drink water the first hour of the day. I wake up, it seems like I'm thirsty anyway, and I drink that water at room temperature. It's easy. Maybe this isn't for everybody. For Ryan Frank, it's easier to drink my water, that much water when it's not cold, when it's room temperature. So get it room temperature or just barely above room temperature, put 1 or 2 ice cubes in it. It'll be easier to drink. And drinking enough water. Some of you can testify to this. It will really, really, really make a difference in your energy level. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to text me. I'm going to put my number on the screen. Some of you are watching on Facebook. Okay, I'll put it there too. 4598. Okay, 765 441. Do you see it in the chat? I'll put it over on Facebook too. I want you to text me and tell me, what do you do to help you keep your energy level where it needs to be? Because I want to learn from you. You've been learning from me. Now it's my turn to learn from you. So text me. I'm going to watch these texts coming in over the next hour. Text me and tell me, what do you do to keep your energy where it needs to be? For those of you that are listening to this later, my number is once again 765 441 4598. 765 441 4598. Text me and tell me what you do to keep your energy level up. Someone just text me. Aaron, praying, relying on Jesus' strength and drinking water. I love it, Aaron. Thank you for the text. Let's watch for some more texts from you guys to come into my phone. If you've ever texted me, click the link, and that way you get added to my phone, so this will work. And Jennifer, thank you for the text. Jennifer, daily exercise to keep your energy up. That's great. Exercise. That's a game changer. Daily exercise. You never regret doing that, do you? But you regret not doing it, that's for sure. Well, Kids Matter Pro, thanks for your time today. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. If you need anything, Dina said, I find eating fruit and small snacks through the day. That's good. Yeah, eating fruit and small snacks through the day. Samuel Dixon says, I jump around with my boys. That'll do it, won't it, Samuel? We love Samuel Dixon. Yes. All right. Hey, love y'all. Be blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything, send me a text. You have my number, 765 441 4598. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.